of Nigeria's agricultural development lies a university that has become a beacon of knowledge and innovation. The Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, known as FUNAB. But every great institution has a beginning. This is the story of a visionary, a pioneer, and a leader who laid its first foundations, Professor Nurudeen or Nimbe Adedipe. Born on December 20, 1940, in a humble Nigerian town, Ikorodu, Nurudeen Adedipe's life journey began with a thirst for knowledge. From an early age, he showed remarkable promise, excelling in academics and securing scholarships that would take him far beyond his hometown. His academic pursuits led him to the University of British Columbia, Canada, where he earned his bachelor's degree in agriculture plant science in 1966 and later a PhD in environmental plant physiology in 1969. It was here that Adedipe's passion for plant science flourished, setting the stage for a lifetime of groundbreaking work. Upon his return to Nigeria, Adedipe joined the University of Ibadan, where he quickly rose through the ranks. By 1978, he was appointed Dean of the Faculty of Agriculture and Forestry, and by 1979, he became Chairman of the Committee of Deans. His leadership was marked by innovation, pushing the boundaries of plant physiology and agricultural research. It was his vision that led to the creation of specialized universities focused on agriculture, including FUNAB, the University of Agriculture, Makurdi, and later Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umudike. On January 1, 1988, the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, was officially established. The responsibility of leading this new institution fell upon Adedipe, who became its pioneer vice-chancellor on January 28, 1988. He arrived with a vision to build a center of excellence in agricultural research, teaching, and extension services. Under his leadership, FUNAB quickly took shape. With a focus on the tripodal mandate of teaching, research, and extension services, Adedipe ensured the university became a hub for agricultural development. He spearheaded initiatives that bridged the gap between academic research and real-world agricultural practices, making a lasting impact on rural communities.
Professor Adedipe assumed duty as the first Vice-Chancellor of this university in 1988, January 1988, and he started the Herculean task of putting together a university that will be the signature of all eyes, a university that will be a force to reckon with, first in the area of agricultural training and allied trainings too. Professor Adedipe started at Isalagbe campus, but he was a visionary who envisioned a university that will be unique and that can compete with all universities all over the world. And so he was the first one to see to the acquisition of 10,200 hectares of land on which we are presently. And not just acquiring that land, Professor Adedipe moved us to this campus. He was a vice-chancellor for 8 years. And it was challenging moving us to this campus. It was done in phases, and I could recollect that there were some restrictions, there were some objections. Some people resisted. They didn't want to move. You know, they were comfortable within the town where we were. But he felt that, look, we are not accomplishing. We are not really doing what government wanted us to do then. So he insisted that we must move.
Professor Adedipe not only established the academic and the research culture for which FUNAB is known up till today when we are at the mini campus in Isalagbe They brought the entire university to its permanent site, which is a beauty to behold by any standard, even today. And the legacies he left, both in terms of physical infrastructure and as well as the soft infrastructure in terms of knowledge, research, farms, and all the other infrastructure that he left behind are still in use today. The FUNAB Alumni Association is really proud of the achievement of this giant among men who had established for us a lasting legacy known as the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta.
He was a man of courage. He was a man who will never surrender to intimidation or force or anything. He knew where he was going, and we're so happy that he took us to this place and he laid a solid foundation. We remember him fondly for being a man who managed men and materials very well. He was a good manager of men and material resources, and he laid even academic foundation in the sense that, one, he made sure that the programs that we're going to start with are programs that can command respect and programs that will be solidly established. And in addition, one thing that we'll always also remember him for is the quality of men and women that he brought as pioneer staff of this university. You know, he had to do all of that. And he went ahead, headhunted for men of integrity, real academics from all over the country. And I dare say, maybe even outside this country, Professor Adedipe brought them. Because of his clout and integrity, it was easy for people to follow him. It was easy for people to accept his call that, look here, I'm starting this project, I want you, from all over the nation. He assembled them, and honestly, these also were men and women that we are proud of. So
I have the unique opportunity to have come into this university as an undergraduate student when Professor Adedipe was the Vice Chancellor. At the end of my degree program after national service, I also have the unique opportunity to be selected as a graduate assistant in the university, again under the leadership of Professor Adedipe. With Professor Adedipe, excellence and high quality is the hallmark of everything he does. For him, he believes in hard work, he encourages hard work, and he does not mix hard work in any way with any lighter weight thing. I have the unique opportunity to come in as a graduate assistant and work with him for a few years before the end of his term as the Vice Chancellor of this university. And towards the end of his term is when we established the FUNAB Alumni Association. And from then, the association has also grown from strength to strength. We now have branches all over the world, even outside the country in Nigeria. But Professor Adedipe, among our peers, among the people who are students and staff in those early days, is an enigma. He's a man you cannot go before unless you have sharpened your strength of argument. He's a man that when you submit a memo to him, you have to recheck and double check that your memo is perfectly and well written. Because if there are flaws, he will point it out to you without blemish.
Adedipe's tenure at FUNAB left an indelible mark, setting a high standard for agricultural education in Nigeria. Even after his departure as Vice Chancellor in 1995, he continued to serve the nation. He chaired several critical committees, shaping the future of higher education at institutions like Lagos State Polytechnic, Crescent University, Caleb University, and Fountain University. But beyond his professional achievements, Adedipe was a devoted family man. He found joy in simple pleasures, playing table tennis, nurturing his garden, and exploring new places. His wife, Madam Silifat Olanrewaju Adedipe, stood by his side throughout, and together they raised a family of 7 children, 5 daughters and 2 sons. An esteemed member of the American Association for the Advancement of Science and the Ecological Society of Nigeria, Adedipe's influence extended far beyond the borders of Nigeria. His work continues to inspire future generations of plant scientists and agricultural experts. On November 13, 2024, the world bid farewell to Professor Nurudeen Nimbe Adedipe. He was laid to rest the following day by Islamic rites. His legacy, however, lives on in the fields of research he nurtured, in the students he mentored, and in the halls of the university he built. Professor Adedipe was not just a pioneer, he was a torch-bearer, a guiding light in the world of agricultural education. His life was a testament to the power of vision, dedication, and the unyielding pursuit of excellence.
May his soul rest in peace. Thank you very much.